Welcome to Better Preparedness. I haven't really talked a lot about my firefighting days. I used to be a volunteer firefighter in Eastern Canada for about 4 years, and this brings back a fair bit of memories. Well, right now I'm in Kenya, and what this is actually a kiln to make charcoal. And so if you see, there's a whole pile of wood here. This is what charcoal eventually looks like. This is what you would use, sometimes for barbecuing or for heating your home or cooking. But what this is a kiln, so to say. And what this does is you cook the wood and just in extreme temperatures. And eventually, what you end up with, well, is this. And so you take perfectly good wood and you change it into kiln wood, or you change it into charcoal. But when you're a firefighter, back in my day, and I don't know if this has changed, this is a long time ago, but one of the things that we were allowed to do as a fire department is that people who had a structure to take down could actually get a tax credit. And good morning. People who had a structure that they needed to take down could actually get a tax credit. And what it allowed us as a fire department to do was to burn it in a controlled manner where we would have teams set up, and especially people who are newer to the firefighting service. And what we would do is we would do a controlled light and then have it, but we would have a few firefighters inside a room, for example. And what it allowed you to do as a firefighter was it allowed you to see fire, to experience heat. Now, absolutely nothing like this. This would kill anyone if you tried to go inside when this is at full burning. But what it allowed you to do was to experience what the heat was going to be like, what the sensation was going to be like. Now you were fully in your turnout gear, your bunker gear, and you had air, air, your SCBA, your self-contained breathing apparatus. But it was a fascinating thing because as a rookie firefighter, as a newbie who hadn't experienced what it's like to actually be inside a house, and you would have to go into houses that were, well, on fire to do a search. If you didn't know if there were any victims, if it was safe to do so, you would try to do a search and make sure there weren't any victims unconscious or conscious in the house. But it was a fascinating thing, and then you would take turns. You would put out the fire. So you would have experienced crews helping to make sure that nothing went wrong. You would practice putting out a fire and then seeing how the smoke, how the steam reacted and developed. And for me, that was a fascinating experience. I remember sitting inside one of these houses that we were actually allowed to, to partially burn down and experiencing the heat, experiencing the sound, just what it was going to be like. And for me, that was an amazing experience, just to understand what it was going to be like when we actually had to do house searches. And we did. And we had a few structures that burned where we had to do a partial search if we could. And, well, it was an interesting experience. Not much fun, but you had to do what you had to do. And, well, hopefully that gives you a bit of a feel. But boy, you can see, you can see the absolute pitch black darkness in there. And, it would be interesting to see, but this is made of brick and earth. All right, well, hope you enjoyed that. A bit of an explanation into, a bit of the background of firefighting. If you like this video, click that like and subscribe button. Lots more on better preparedness, about, well, being proactive, being, I guess, having a safer life, but still very enjoyable. All right, thanks for watching Better Preparedness, and, well, take care from Kenya.